please hit the notification button and subscribe.
And there we go. That was perfect, wasn't it? Let's just Alexa, stop music. So,
Here's what I found.
oh my God, Alexa, stop all music.
Here's
Right.
what I found.
Alexa, shut up. Right. Sorry about that, bad manners, people. So this would be kind of like the workbench. Let's see, can we sit down and have a chat? Yeah, I can't see you, you can't see me, so we can't. But this is the studio, so to give you a show. There's the baby. I have actually the color side in the wrong side. So if you're designing a studio, kind of do a better job. I do, because nothing has worked out. For instance, the light. I remember I was telling you I was going to use the light of the window to make sure it's shining in on you. Yeah, well, that's a good idea. But if you're going to put a big 49-inch screen up in front of the window, you're not going to get so much light from the window. However, I've compensated for that by putting two lights behind the actual monitor for when I'm streaming to use. I also have a light at the back because I'm actually going to write down the names of guys, because I actually forget their names when I'm doing live videos. But like, I actually have there's an awful lot I use, but there's one guy who's taught me everything I know on Filmora. So I forget his name as well, but he's got the long black hair and the kind of grey beard. He's actually a super cool dude. And there's loads of guys who give you tips, and having a light behind you is actually a great idea. If you have bad cameras, like for instance, if you're using a camera like that. Now that's not a bad camera, by the way, that's a good camera. I highly recommend that. There's another one that's an upgrade, highly recommended, 100, 120, well spent, you know. I do not recommend anything like that little one in the corner, but we'll get into more cameras. I didn't talk. So basically, this is the studio with the soundproofing floor. I use that to, not that it works great for me, but as you can see, to zoom in and get the mixer and the microphone aren't set up yet. Yes, I got the microphone working, I got everything working, but I'm still having problems actually connecting my sound through OBS and through the computer. So, and I'm not kind of too worried about that, except I do want to use, if I can't get that set up without, I mean, the amount of money I've invested in that is unreal, and still haven't got it working. So that's a bit of a bummer, but not that much, because it's a work in progress. There's the floor. Remember, last time you seen it was all wood. I'll just go back out and show you guys. So basically, that's the studio. Sorry about the close-beam radiator. It's winter time here. Then you come in, and I'm kind of going to put a new table there. I'm now hoping I didn't buy one too big, but where that table is, I'm going to put a kind of a full-length table. Hopefully I can do that. That electrical sockets, they weren't supposed to be there. You can see the two cables that I was talking about, 300 gigabytes of broadband speed. That's traveling speed from end to end. So you can pack 300 gigabytes at whatever you want, terabyte speed for that matter. And it's not going to, we're doing live shows, by the way, this weekend, and that's basically it. I can't turn the camera, so, which is a kind of a bummer. I don't know why you can't do that. I'll probably find out later that you can. But for now, it looks like I can't. Okay, 4 minutes. I am delighted with it. Right, what is a studio? A studio, basically, a recording studio, because there's different types of studio. A recording studio is where no sound from the outside comes in. So you can't really claim that you have a recording studio until you actually have no sound coming from the outside into the room. And when I mean no sound, I mean no sound because you're recording, right? There's sound coming in through the window, which means I cannot call this a recording studio, but it is a broadcasting studio. Why is that? Because the sound, I have no sound coming in from that wall. I have no sound coming in from that wall. I now have the floor soundproofed. The door will be an issue, but not a major one. Okay. And this wall will probably, yes, that will definitely let in sound. Okay. So the plan is I can't block off the window. I'm not too worried about it because at the end of the day, I use a virtual studio, which is great because that basically means that all the sound comes directly from the computer. It's, you know, my sound goes in through a mic, which is actually a headphone mic at the moment, because to be honest, I haven't found anything. I mean, I'm going to try the Blue Yeti, and that thing over there that I'm setting up again, I just think that it was an experience. It's 7 years ago since I used that, but I didn't like the sound. I didn't like the style. By the way, we're doing live shows this weekend. Rock Show Friday. And the Romanian, we call it the Romanian. I don't know why. It's just a European show. Saturday and the world. It's kind of like Europe. The world show is split into Europe now and the rest of the world. So that's basically it, folks. Now I'm going to stop and turn back around and I'll pull it all together. So you'll be talking to me about the next time. Don't want to show you the bathroom, but I like leaving the doors open. So now, as you can see, that's where I've been broadcasting the last few days. Ridiculous. So what I'll do is I'll set up one light there when I'm doing like announcement videos and be talking to you there, so you'll know where I am there. I actually got some drops today. I actually got some drops, so I'm happy. Backdrops, which would be very, very handy. Which kind of actually makes me think that I probably would be better off moving that table out there altogether. I don't know. Or maybe even moving this one back a couple of feet. I might even move that back all the way into that corner. And then move that table over up to there, because I want room for backdrops. When I say backdrops, I want a backdrop there, right behind me. So if I'm in there talking to you like here, just to show. Yeah, the wheels aren't working on the chair, which is probably a good thing. That's why I have an extra carpet down there to protect the new carpet. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. What's expensive carpet? It's the underlay, which actually I paid for because that's the stuff that soundproofs. The carpet might help, of course, but yeah, so I want a backdrop. So if you put a backdrop here, you see kind of where I'm standing. If you put a backdrop here where I'm standing, and then I'm sitting there, you'll actually think you'll be looking at something else. The back wall isn't bad, like the back wall is good, you know, and that wall is good. There's a lot more to be done, but anyway. What are you doing about the walls, James? Well, I'm going to put, most people actually use it. So I'm going to turn around, stop the video and just explain to you about the phone.
Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.